guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing an EIKWM France Tech G4, G5, G6 game with Payne, Kristen, and Ray Krebs. Looking at my first pile, this is pretty sad. Zoo Director is probably the best card. There's Hedgekeeper here, Stonehouse Builder. Hedgekeeper can combo better, Stonehouse Builder can combo better, but Zoo Director is the best card, assuming I do not see any combo. So if Hedgekeeper, Stonehouse Builder both get taken, and then I get Sun Farmer or Stockbroker, that goes okay with Zoo Director. Looking here, well, it's really hard to pass on Harvester. The thing is, getting the Harvester bonus is kind of difficult, especially if I want a reasonable Zoo Director game. However, one of the ways of doing that would be taking cards here. So like if I took Greengrocer, for example, that helps me get the Harvester bonus. Maybe I just take Harvester and then I have control of whether it gets played or not, depending on what else I see in the draft. But not a great start where my first two cards are not really very synergistic. Alright, everyone's seated. So I just wanted to say thank you very much, everyone, for your nice comments on my last video. I think I got like last two videos. I got like 6 comments in 24 hours. That was really nice, and thank you. I've never had that much engagement on a video, so that was nice to hear. Thank you. Made me feel energized to want to make more. Looks like we're waiting on Kristen, who's got some tough decisions to make. Volume is a bit low, sound like I'm in a tunnel. Yeah, sorry, it's I'll move the microphone a bit closer to my face, but I can't do too much more about that. Where's the mic? Here, this is closer. Is that a bit better, Montu? I've got the mic settings up as loud as it can go, unfortunately. Yeah, that's better? Okay, thank you. Okay, Gardner is actually quite good with Harvester. So I think I'm probably taking Gardner. Gardner meaning that you don't have to sow in round 14 if you have a couple vegetable fields necessarily. Yeah. So yeah, Gardner looks fine here. Permaculturist is good with Harvester as well, but you don't really want to have empty spaces at the end of the game. That's something I try to avoid. Not always successfully. Okay, part-time builder, definitely. Wow, Wow. Master fencer, cattle breeder, part-time builder. All three of those would be pretty good for me. Cattle breeder because it pushes my zoo director and cattles are nice points. Um, Master fencer with the hedge keeper and the stonehouse cards that I've seen. But I'm going to take part-time builder. I think part-time builder is really fantastic. It gets me stables, which will allow me to hold zoo director animals. And hedgekeeper came back, so wow, definitely taking hedgekeeper. And here is street musician, most definitely. Groupie, I don't really have a good groupie game. I haven't seen a way of getting a lot of food yet, which you need for groupie. But street musician, it could just be that couple grain. Okay, and then yeah, I've got outrider, I've got permaculturist. What are the odds that I play outrider or street musician? Not that good, and I'm definitely not playing both of them. There's a chance I see a card in my minors that makes me want to play permaculturist. Like if I see straw thatched roof or something. Oh, and then I see a ton of grain cards. All right. Simple oven, grain elevator, sack cart, rum distillery, grain mill oven. All of these are pretty good. I'm going to take sack cart. Street musician is an unreliable way of getting grain. Um, Grain mill oven is good, but I don't have, like I say, without a reliable way of getting grain, then it's not as valuable. Same with rum distillery. Grain elevator, I don't think I want to spend a bunch of actions on the one grain space. I'd probably rather play sack card and street musician, or just one of them. Especially because I know greengrocers out there, so the greengrocer might be resetting the grain mill, the grain elevator a lot. Okay. Hmm. This is a hard one. Simple fireplace is an option. Baking tray is an option. In order for me to play and get a grain in round 5, okay, I probably need to play harvester and part-time builder early on, which actually is not that difficult. But the thing is, set cart sets you back from building a room, which is unfortunate. So what are the odds I have the miners to play sack cart and baking tray and then play clay oven? And then also take clay. I mean, I guess I don't want to pass it to the grain mill oven. Montu says, I love rum distillery point ceiling. Absolutely. Rum distillery is great. The big improvement of rum distillery over brewery is that you don't have to pay a grain to start to play it, which I think is just a huge, massive improvement. Okay. Given that I have a part-time builder, I don't think I want to play potatoes. Or I don't want to draft it here. I can take it later. Corn basket. At the start of each round, if you have the most total grain on your farm, counting in fields and supply, one building resource of your choice, on this card up to a maximum of 3 resources. Resources can be used to pay for extensions and renovations. Well, I have Permaculturist, so I could actually probably obtain that pretty easily. Now, do I need to take that card here? I think what I do is I take Golden Rose. You know what? And I forget already if Golden Rose works with Permaculturist. FR Compendium. What was it? It's something Rose. Golden Rose. Okay, not that. Permaculturist. They're just not plowed fields. I think they're planted fields, they're just not plowed fields. And then if Corn Basket comes back, that would be kind of fun. Alms House. Yeah, this is definitely looking like an Alms House game, because I want to put all my actions early on into setting up my grain engine, and then I can play Alms House and ignore my feeding. I love Alms House. I just think it's a really fantastic card. I think it works with Permaculturist too, yeah, Montu. And I'm the one that compiled the France Deck Compendium. I should know, but I don't. Okay, this is kind of an interesting choice. Grain Elevator, Simple Oven. Simple Oven is good once my baking engine is up and going. Grain Elevator is good for getting it up and going. The thing is, Sack Cart and Grain Elevator are kind of redundant with each other. Oh, this is a difficult choice, actually. I find this a very difficult choice. Like, my round 1 could be Harvester and then second action Grain Elevator. That's an option. And then round 3 I take 3 grain, and then I've played Permaculturist and I sow 3 grain, and I'm swimming in grain for the rest of the game. Since that's a possibility, why not? I don't really want any of these. I'm going to take Heat Wave because turning the simple fireplace into the cooking hearth is nice. And yeah, I don't really want any of these. Stone card, I already have a bunch of wood cards, so I probably won't be able to play it until pretty late. And my house is not going to be that big. I'm going to take cheap, easy building material. So I start second, which is the best position to start in, especially if Ray Krebs goes on Reedstone Food. I'll probably do my Grain Elevator play. Alright. So I gotta rearrange my farms a little bit so they can kind of look nice. Yeah, I really got to find that extension again. Gamer Montu says, good luck. Thank you very much. 3 wood first action. I wonder if he has a improvement to play. I certainly do. And you know what? I'm 100% sure that Payne will play a Stonehouse strategy. Payne loves those kind of combinations. So I'm so certain that Payne is going to not build early and he's going to go for Stonehouse Builder. Yeah, I'm... and he's going to play the Master Fencer and he's going to play the Resource Gatherer. And he probably has Matic. Or... well, if I was Payne, I would have taken Matic with this card because I'd see... I'm going to Reedstone Food a lot. Matic gives me a clay every time I do that. But yeah, Payne, this is a meta analysis I can do here. Knowing Payne, knowing what he likes to do, knowing how he likes to draft. That's what's happening in this game. Cool. That's what I wanted to see. So I want to play. I want to play Permaculturist. So yeah, I think my the way I had it laid out sounded pretty reasonable. I'm gonna play Permaculturist in round 2 or 3. I'm gonna take 3 grain in round 3. It's not that likely that I'm gonna get blocked to the grain space, but it just would be kind of nice to know that I have it for sure. This move is 2 read, I think. Yeah, it's 2 read. I want to be able to build a room. Montu says, I like Stonehouse Builder. Never being blocked from Reedstone Food is good. The thing is, okay, so Reedstone Food is a nice action. Payne plays Matic, of course. Absolutely no surprise. My hesitation with Stonehouse Builder is you're using an action to make all your second actions better. And you need a pretty good reason to do that in the early game because you know you need to be able to do stuff, right? Like, so now Payne is going to second action every round, take Reedstone Food, right? So first action should be on collecting nice resource piles. But I mean, if he gets blocked out of a nice resource pile, then that's like pretty sad for him. I'm going to show Permaculturist here. There's some line of thinking where I don't show Permaculturist. I hold on to it so that people are less likely to go on grain, but I think it's fine. Yeah, like, so for example, in this case, Payne got Reedstone Food anyways. Now that's pretty rare. It's pretty rare for all of us to be avoiding it like this, but I mean, clearly Ray has some idea in mind, taking 3 wood twice and plowing a field. Ray's obviously got something that he's cooking up. Kristen with peasant and fireplace is interesting. Interesting that she has peasant out already. This is very early, but again, with sheep coming round 1, that's not really that surprising that someone has gone for an early fireplace. Oh my god, Payne hates himself. Playing veterinarian. So the average payout of this card is 1.5 sheep. Now, if you get an early connection, your chance of getting a connection increases dramatically. But you have such a high chance of not getting an early connection. And then, even if he does, he needs a way of holding that second animal. So, like, if he gets 1 sheep next round, if he doesn't immediately come up with a way to hold a second animal or eat it, then all of a sudden he's looking at a scenario in which he can't. So this is reedstone food. I need the extra reed for Am's house. So if Payne gets a sheep next round, he has to, and he hits another animal in round 5. That animal in round 5 is useless. So the odds of that happening are really low. But I just don't like. Oh, excuse me. I just don't like being kind of. I think it's you get kind of railroaded doing that. Ray takes fishing. So there's going to be 4 wood available. So if Ray doesn't take it, I get 3 wood. So that looks good to me. So I get 3 grain. So one action will be sow and the other action will be taking wood. And then I can either eat a grain or I can beg. South Pole Explorer. Ooh. Does Permaculturist count them as used? No, they don't. I don't think. But that's kind of fun. So he's going for 2 cattle and a vegetable. So yeah, I have the option of eating a raw grain or begging. I actually like eating a raw grain because I still would be left with 2 grain in my supply. I have Golden Rose, so Golden Rose will let me play my occupations for free, which is quite appealing. Was Payne gonna go on? What? I'm confused. Okay, Ray Krebs is on occupation. And Payne is on major minor. Yeah, okay. Oh, this is fun. He's got it already done. Huh. Okay. So Kristen is just gonna have round 4 Rube fall into her lap. That's handy for her. So I feed 3 food and a grain. So let's see what Kristen does. I couldn't hold 2 cattle anyways. Yeah, oh, absolutely. And actually, I don't think this works. I think the spaces still count as unused. But this is pretty handy because Ray gets 6 wood fall into his lap after that start. But I mean, Kristen and I have no pressure on our build room actions. So I get to take 8 clay here, which is or 5 food, both of which are ridiculous, but definitely taking 8 clay considering the fact that I have like baking tray to play clay oven and stuff like that. Even if I don't play baking tray, I can just play clay oven straight up. So yeah, this is a really good start for me. Permaculturist Montu says, Permaculturist is fun. I played him once and filled like 9 spaces. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can do some crazy stuff, especially if you have a lot. Like if you really like sewing. And it's sometimes people have those kind of games where you just really want to sew. Like if I had haberdasher, it's so minor. So minor golden rose, so minor baking tray, so minor clay oven. Grain cellar, oh nice. Grain cellar, yeah, grain cellar is really fun. Okay, I'll build a room here. Do I want to pass 5 food? Yeah, and you know what? I want to put a little pressure on Kristen. Also, it lets me do Renault clay oven, which is a pretty nice move. Especially because then I can build in clay rather than wood for my second room if I want to build another room. But yeah, this is pretty silly. 3 reed available. Reedstone food being available late. Yeah, we're all doing our own thing. So what I'll be interested to see is what Ray Krebs has that rewards having cattle, aside from building a cooking hearth. Like if there's a card that is like that lets you turn a cattle into 3 food and a bonus point or something like that, that would be pretty strong. So this is Renault, I assume, from Payne. Renault fireplace. Because then we're going to see him also do Reedstone food one more time and then Renault one more time. And that Renault, after that Renault, he can play Resource Gatherer and start collecting 2 wood per round, for example. Cornrick, okay, so Kristen is doing start player. That's fine, that's totally fine. I have miners I want to play. I don't mind doing some start player actions. But it looks like I might not need to. Which is pretty silly. It's pretty silly I got Grain Elevator Permaculturist as late as I did. The fact that Grain Elevator came back to me is, oof. Cook pot. Well, I guess I'd take 6 wood or 6 food. I mean, 6 food is 6 food. But yeah, that raise at 10 wood 4 reed already is pretty nuts. He doesn't really have a good way of feeding this next harvest, so I mean, I think he'll probably take fishing. But we'll see. I'm not sure still. Hard to say. I might not have to start player. Like if Ray Krebs doesn't build a room here, which is possible, if he decides to take food. Because him taking room here forces me to start player, which means he goes last. Yeah, okay, here we go. Milking hand. That's a way of feeding with your cattle. And also getting a bonus point. Milking, yeah, milking. I can't believe I didn't think. I haven't seen this card in ages. Well, I mean, I haven't played in ages, so that's that's most of why. Sorry, Pain, but I am renovating here. And I'm gonna bake a grain. So then when I have family growth, I'll play Golden Rose. Ray Club Krebs played Milking Hand in round 1 earlier today. I think this one is going to be better for round 1 Milking Hand. That's pretty aggressive. Oh, he missed. Unless, depending on how he organizes it. He didn't actually say. Is 8 and 7 both sheep? Yeah, this is another ridiculous game. It is cattle and boars, so he misses again. I could first move Golden Rose, second move Part-Time Builder, or I can first move 4 wood. 4 wood is pretty nice. The Part-Time Builder is appealing because it would give me a stable back right away, because Ray wants to build rooms. And I'm not 100% sure that Payne is going to build any rooms this game. He might be doing kind of a Payne game where he does his own thing and Candy Room. Whenever you receive food from an action space, you receive a bonus point. Stonehouse. Okay. Costs of food. I mean, Payne loves this card because he's just gonna go on Reedstone Food. He's gonna go on Reedstone Food every round for the rest of the game. And every 2 rounds, he's gonna be able to build a stone room. Okay. Unless he has, unless he first picked Mason's Apprentice. If he first picked Mason's Apprentice, then great. 1 stone, 2 reed rooms, great. But I need to see something more otherwise. Like, he just doesn't have the actions. The thing about Mason's Apprentice, which makes it so ridiculously good, is it saves you on the build a room action, and it saves you another 2 stone. Like, those 2 elements are very, very, very strong together. Ray Krebs still not building. He's gonna make sure, set himself up for double build, I guess. I get more of these. Kristen gets the well, so Kristen's looking in good shape. Gets to build a plow field with the peasant on the well. So what am I looking at? I'm looking at, I want to play part-time builder, hedge keeper, take it or leave it depending on the wood actions. For my miners, building material is worth something. Heat wave might be worth a point to get a free fireplace. Well, pay a stone for a fireplace on a miner space. But yeah, gardeners, I want to set myself up for these 3 occupations for the rest of the game, pretty much. If I can build another room, great. But I don't want part-time builder to prevent me from doing good stuff. Pretty sure we're going to see Ray Krebs build 2 rooms here. So he's going to fan the growth second action. So do I want to play an improvement? I probably want to build another room. So for me to build another room, I need more reed. But I would like to get more than 2 reed. If I can get 3 reed next round, that would be nice because it would give me enough reed to reno to stone as well. So I could play hedge keeper here. Hedge keeper would be kind of nice. Although I wouldn't mind just taking 3 wood. I want to take away wood from my opponents because I don't need that much of it. I already have a really good supply. Ray Krebs Miner, extensive resume, 3 bonus points if he plays 7 occupations. With the prerequisite that you have to play it with no played occupations. Oh, Payne's got Miser. Okay, yeah, that helps. So we're looking at 2 stone, 1 reed rooms now. So that guarantees that I can play part-time builder and be comfortable with knowing that it's going to get cleared by Payne. Good. I passed Payne that, didn't I? So I should have remembered. Ray plays potatoes. Means I can't take grain anymore, but I'm gonna have 7 grain in the next harvest, and I already have 6 food. Like, that's not an impediment for me. Vegetable for Kristen. I wouldn't have minded taking vegetable, but I didn't get it, so that's no problem. I want to take some clay next round so I can build another clay room. I think I sow bake here. There's really nothing else that I really want to do. So, where am I going to put my fences? Up here, I guess. So, grain, grain, grain. If my fences are going up here, room goes here. Something like that. Pain playing. Veterinarian. The nice thing is they can block me from going on plow a field, but with permaculturist I don't even care. I'm getting harvester either way. So I want to do 5 clay or 4 wood. Both of those would be good for me. Or 3 reed. I guess 3 reed is more important than either of the clay actions, isn't it? I'm amazed we haven't seen Resource Gatherer yet from Payne. I guess he's too hungry. What's Ray gonna do here? Does he need food? Yeah, he needs food. Cattle breeder, okay. The math seems wrong here. He's not gonna generate enough food. Unless he takes food, maybe his miner. I don't think he took the food off. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so he just paid by taking off the board. What did I have lined up? I could fence here. I could fence 7. You know what, I'll take wood and then I will fence. And I can fence 10 actually, is what I can do. Okay, Payne almost has his combo set up. Almost. Now in round 10, he gets to build room, family growth. Assuming Ray grows here, which is not certain. It's only certain if he has a way of getting food from a miner. Because, yeah, he needs another 2 food. Oh, there we go. Aquavit. Yeah, this card's great. I got it passed to me really late yesterday. This card is so good. So good. The ability to take a loan like that, really nice. So I have space for 2 breeding pairs now. So if I take 2 boar, 2 sheep next round, I will be happy. I also get a ton of grain. I harvest all of this. Pays to screw this up. I mean, the expected payout is 1.5 sheep. That means most of the time, or half the time, you get a sheep or less. Pain, 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 pain. You wanted to gamble. Well, I'll take 2 cattle, or 2 boar, sorry. Because that's pretty important for me. I would like the 3 clay, but 2 boar is pretty important. If I build my 4th room in like round 12, that's not a big deal. And 3 clay is all I need anyways, so that'd be absolutely fine as a second action. Beautiful. I get a stable. Grain Mill Oven from Kristen. It's gonna let her play the stone oven and plow another field. So she has some nice synergy. Ooh, actually, it does say there are minor improvements for you. I don't know if we've allowed that combo. I think probably, but I just don't know 100% that the answer is yes. Let's grab 3 clay, get it out of the way. Add that on my farm. Town hall for pain. That's nice. Did this used to give 4 food? No, I'm thinking of bakery. Did town hall used to have a different payout though? I think it might have. Minotaur for Kristen. Oh, this is a weird one. Whenever you take a cattle, you can leave a cattle to do family growth even without room. Yeah, this is a weird card. Not sure how I feel about it. I mean, it lets cattle accumulate, which is appealing to me because I want to take 2 cattle. But it's going to let her have a pretty big lead. So if there's 4 wood, I want to be taking that so I can deny Kristen nice wood actions. And Pain needs wood as well. Am I taking 2 sheep here? Sure. Especially if 1 cattle comes out around 10. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. But odds are if 1 cattle comes in around 10, you're not getting 1 cattle twice in a row. Like someone's taking 2 cattle and also denying you for sure. Ray Krebs playing Stonebreaker. Can reno at any time. Kristen, green mill oven, major stone oven, yeah. Makes sense. So I'll build a room. I don't have anything I particularly want to do here. I can't actually use plow, so I think that's fine. So I do need some food if I'm gonna grow again. I can eat raw grain, or I can do another sow bake. Sow bake is probably not a terrible idea, although it doesn't pay off until end of round 13, the round 13 harvest. So maybe eating some raw grain is fine. It would be 2 raw grain that I would eat. Can I clear these at any time? I can clear them at any time. Okay, and I need to, actually. Well, unless I get a round 14 sow, but I'll probably have to clear them in round 13 to sow on that stuff. So then what action am I doing here? 3 wood, I guess? And then building materials, one more wood? Something like that. I want these guys to start using the actions. I want to get my stables. Let's go. Payne took fishing twice, and our traveling players in fishing and gets 2 bonus points. That's fun. Okay. He still needs to get to a clay house, though. He used all his clay on cooking hearth. I guess he needed a way of feeding. But yeah, family growth here for sure. Grab a wood. Throw this guy on the board for Payne. And 5 food and 2 grain. So I'm looking at getting a nice stone action, because Kristen will want them as well. Kristen will want 3 stone. So I should think about, you know what though, I'm likely gonna have to take 2 stone twice. I'm probably not getting 3 stone. Wow, Kristen doing the 1 cattle action again. Not what I expected. But getting lots of nice actions. So plow sow for Ray, I'm quite certain. So do I want to start player so I can get plow sow? Oh no, Ray is going on Tuileries Garden. That works. Yeah, okay, that totally works. So I'll do plow sow. Now I'm gonna have to do a sow bake. There's no way I can feed without doing one. I'll go down here, because then I can plow here. I can still extend my fences that way, because the stable is a point inside or outside. Yeah, just so the 1. So second action should be build room for Payne. Is Ray gonna give me my field finally, or open up the field space for me? I would like that if he did that. Yep. And we'll put this guy... we'll put him outside, so I have room to get another cattle if I want to. This move. 3 stone? I need stone to be able to get points. I need points pretty badly. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to first action plow sow next round. So I should take a vegetable with this next move. Yeah, I'm surprised that people ignored part-time builder because the ability, like part-time builder, if you get 3 stables out of it, that's 3 bonus points. But it's even better than 3 bonus points because it's stable, so you can use them specifically to hold and breed animals. So I need a bake action. I can't forget that. But I will take vegetable first. Okay, Kristen baked, that's fine. Do I have something I particularly need to do? Not really. 2 sheep is not really worth anything for me until I have a better idea of how my fences will shake out. So I think I will play my gardener here because if I'm doing plow sow or if I'm doing regular sow bake, either way, I'm gonna want to use it. You know what? I'm taking 2 cattle. Yeah. Yeah, 2 cattle is worth a lot of points for me. Plow sow and sow bake are both good too, but I think one of them will come back. There's no reason for any of them to do sow bake. So plow sow I'm sure will go. Probably to Ray. But Ray wouldn't mind regular plow, so I love that there's a 10 grain spot and I can't take it. It's actually Montu, little known fact. Grain Elevator is limited to compiling up to the number of players in the game. So it's actually not a 10 grain spot, it's capped at 5 because it can only go up to the number of players in the game. Which doesn't come up too often, but sometimes it does. And I was right. Plow sow and sow bake both come back. And they would have to choose to deny sow bake from me. So I'm doing this. I'm moving all these to the general supply. And then doing that. Whoops. A mere 5 grain. Well then, who wants it? Well said, Montu. Well said. So I want to play Zoo Director. I want to take food. Yeah, so I'm pretty sad that I didn't actually take Simple Oven. Simple Oven would have been really nice for me. Bake one. And then Reedstone Food last action, maybe? Kristen is 2 moves away from being able to Reno. I'm 1 move away. And if she first move Reedstone Food, I respond with 2 stone, which denies her Reno. So yeah, so the one thing I'm lacking on is I will be lacking on points from filling up my farm, like field points. But I'll have nice bonus points, 3 from my harvester, and I'll have probably 3 or 4 from Zoo Director. Looks like 4. As long as I can hold all the animals, which I should be able to. So I have 10 fences built. So if I fence that stable. Oh, I did this wrong. This was not a good way of doing it. Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. Six food and 2 grain. Wait, how did he get a grain without going on the grain space? Oh, Tuileries Garden, of course. Oh, that's sad. I'm only gonna get 2 stables. Because, yeah, Payne can avoid, he can afford to avoid the grain space. Hmm, that's too bad. So I want Reno Fence. Reno Fence is going to be worth a lot to me. I should be totally safe. Unless Kristen... Yeah, well, she doesn't want Reno Fence, though, because she's got... Even if she takes another stone. Basket Maker's Workshop, okay. Yeah, Kristen does have a lot of points. All those major improvements. Her house is not that impressive, but Minotaur has allowed her to get a pretty sizable family. She has a lot more fields than me. Oh, and I forgot, I keep this with Gardner. Which is the whole point of playing him. Yes, thanks Gamermontu. I just read your comment right after I realized. Thanks. Oh, 6 and 5, there you go, he gets a boar. Yeah, I don't have that many points on improvements. Veterinarian for the win, yes. One boar. Is boar better than one and a half sheep? Probably not. A boar is probably like 1.2 sheep or something. Because there are 2 points for your first one either way, and that's all great. All Payne has been using it for. And great, I just dropped the pencil down the vent. Do I do family growth or do I bake? I have... Okay, so I'm going to collect 3 of these. So 3, 5, 9. I have 9 grain right now. So if I eat... I would have to eat almost all of those probably if I don't bake. Well, I could spend 2 moves taking food, which is an option. What are my actions? I'm gonna reno fence. I'm gonna play zoo director. Yeah, in that case, then I think so bake is probably good. Feels kind of bad, but oh well. It's +4 food. Yeah. You know what I did? I got too much food early so that I didn't plan my food out for the end of the game. This is me being very, not planning ahead well. Unfortunately. Still got to get back into the game. I think I'm okay with how I'm playing tactically, but like the long-term strategy, like seeing my overall goal and taking actions to move myself towards it, I think that's not been very sharp by me. Two, 3, 4. Sure. Same amount of points, but it saves me 1 wood. I'm kind of afraid to look at my point total. It's going to be not good. 39. So I'm hitting like 30. I'm hitting like 44 or something, 45. I guess I'm breeding a little more. I'm breeding a couple more points, but not that good overall. So I'm at 11 total animals right now, so I go to 14. So I'm 1 short. So a boar would be 2 points. So I have to calculate my food. So one of my actions for sure is zoo director. The other one could be taking food, or it could be taking a boar. So if I take boar, I'm going to need to eat 3 grain. So I'll be set at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 grain. So it's eating 2 points. So it's the same difference. Except this way I deny someone a boar action. Or a food action. Do these guys need food actions? No, those two don't. Payne does though. Payne does need food, and he likes the action itself. Do I have room for all of these? I better double check that. 5, 4. The extra one goes here and then here. No, I don't have room for that move. Okay, that's fine. Let's just do that instead. So Zoo Director is going to be a 4-point move, which is nice. Yeah, Kristen has a lot of crops and fields and improvements. She has very few negatives. She gets the Harvester bonus, which is good. Ray Krebs has a ton of bonus points. Ton. Extensive resume, this card. Milking Hand. Oh. Food. Family Growth was probably better than taking food. Or taking Boar. Well, and taking the other one too. I have to remove all these anyways. Okay, so Zoo Director is 4 points. So I score whatever I have plus 7. Unless someone goes on the 1 grain spot. Wow, that was a terrible part-time builder game. Holy. No one went on grain, no one went on... Day labor's not that surprising, but no one going on grain. Usually you get the grain. So I score 42 plus 7, so 49. 49's good. Not sure it'll be enough to win, but... Yeah, Ray. Oh my god, Ray blew us out of the water. Got a crazy amount of points from his Milking Hand. Yeah. $55, yeah, strong game. Yeah, breeding pair of cattle is nice. And he, like, the thing is, there was no competition in this game. Does grain on Permaculturist not count in endgame scoring? No, it does not. I need to return it to the supply before endgame scoring. Yeah. What does Kristen have? $54. So Ray wins by 1. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, the thing about this game, which was really dumb, was there was no competition. Like, there was no struggle for resources, because there was just so much crap. There was not that much wood injected into the game, but just that the Reedstone food being taken as often as it did puts a lot in, and like there's no pressure on the field spaces at all. Like, the fact that he played Tuileries Garden and then got it off 3 times is crazy. Yeah, the fact that part-time builder only gave me 2 stables is pretty unusual. Usually I would have gotten more out of it. But they're just a little short on this game. Yeah, my feeding was not good at the end, having to eat my grain. But oh, the start went really well. And then being able to grow second as easily as I did. But yeah, the thing is, like, Pain not competing on in the family growth queue at all is pretty frustrating because it lets Ray Krebs like do that ridiculous start and then double grow in a row like he got up to 10 wood and four reeds so quickly like yeah, pretty silly, pretty silly. But you know, he played it nice. I wouldn't have thought to do that combo. I mean, maybe if I had Milking Hand, yeah. But kind of neat. Anyways, yeah. I'll take a quick look at my draft. I don't know how to value the G6 cards, so take a look at the 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Oh no, I don't want the links. So first pick Zoo Director, power 4.4, obvious pick. Second pick Harvester. Yeah, that pack wasn't that strong. Gardener was the strongest card. Part-time Builder was the strongest card. Hedgekeeper was the strongest card. Street Musician was the strongest card. Here I took Permaculturist. I think it paid off. I don't think I can complain about that. So this might have been a huge blunder, not taking Rum Distillery. But I didn't know, to be fair, I didn't know when I was taking this pick that I was going to get Grain Elevator back. If I know I'm getting Grain Elevator back, then obviously Rum Distillery is the best pick. And it might be the best pick no matter what. But I was thinking, okay, I'll use Sack Cart, get me some, that'll get me some grain, and then that'll support my Harvester game. Baking Tray went unplayed. Golden Rose fine. Alms House fine. Grain Elevator obviously good. I wouldn't have played any of these cards, and none of those would have made any difference. So yeah, I mean the only thing I might have screwed up on is my first minor pick, but even that I think is pretty arguable. You could maybe say I should have taken Grain Mill Oven over Sack Cart, but seeing someone drafted Greengrocer, right? Because I saw Greengrocer second, and it didn't come back to me. So someone's got Greengrocer out there, and Grain Elevator is not good against cards that go on the grain space, of course. So sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. Like I could have gotten one more point from Part-Time Builder in a more normal game where people have to go on the one grain space. What else? I don't know. Anyways, that's gonna be all for me. Especially with the 2-Ock requirement. Sorry, what about 2-Ox, Montu? 2-Ock requirement for grain, my first pick miner that went unplayed. And my second pick miner went unplayed too. Oh, that happens. That happens. Anyways, that's gonna be all from, yeah, that's honestly yeah, that's gonna be all from me. Thank you very much for watching, you guys. Hope you've enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you next time.